Are you new to Street Fighter and are looking to up your game? Then this quick guide is for you. If you're anywhere from Rookie to Gold and are looking to develop their fundamental skills to the next level, then you've come to the right place. This guide will serve as a way to help build your skill set into the next rank while preparing you for more detailed mechanics and skills down the road. A little bit about me, though. My name is Zephyr, and I've been playing fighting games for about 13 years now. Currently I have the following characters in Master, and I've been an E-Honda main since Street Fighter 4. I love fighting games, and I want to give back to the community in the best way I know how. So, let's begin. This video will assume that you are aware of the following mechanics and how to perform them, as we will be going over how to develop a basic game plan and attack sequence. I'll be breaking this video down into concepts that will help you build your game plan and help get you to the next level of gameplay. Before we start, I want to specify that I won't be covering more in-depth things such as specific frame data, character moves, or things I believe that can be complicated or overwhelming. This video is meant to serve as the building blocks to expand upon and open the gates for more advanced play later down the road. With that out of the way, let's talk about normals. Normals are a core, integral part of Street Fighter and will be a large basis of how you interact with your opponent. Fireballs and Shoryukens are flashy, but normals are your bread and butter. You may hear people talk about how every character has at least a good button, but what makes a button good? And how do we use it properly? A good button falls into one or more categories: great range, fast startup, combo potential, advantageous on block. Examples of this are Ken's crouching medium kick, Luke's crouching medium punch, Jury's standing medium punch, and M. Bison's back heavy kick. Every character in this game has at least one good button, and identifying which ones are available to your character helps you build a game plan around that button. This will lead into the next topic: basic combo structure. Let's start with Luke's crouching medium punch. It's quick, has great range, and can be comboed into a light punch after. This button is important because it will serve as the bridge for a lot of his other combos. While you can do this medium punch into a jab, plus any other move if you have the appropriate range, the big payout comes with combining it with Drive Rush. This also introduces the concept of buffering. So what is buffering? Buffering is simply the concept of putting one action after another. If you are familiar with the concepts of programming, this is a if-then statement. If this button connects, then do this. So, you can look at my inputs. I'm attempting to put a fireball after this medium punch. It's currently not coming out because we haven't met that condition. However, if that medium punch connects, the fireball will come out after. This is a buffer. You are essentially asking the game to say, hey, if this comes out, please do this as well. This is how you see essentially every player do these types of inputs. This is one of the core fundamentals of Street Fighter, and I highly recommend you get comfortable with this mechanic. So in the previous example, we used Luke's crouching medium punch as an example of a good button. So, how do we utilize this good button to our advantage? This guide, like I mentioned, assumes that you're aware of the concept of Drive Rush. Drive Rush is a very unique property because, like everything else in the game, it is coded as a special move. So that concept I talked about buffering also applies to Drive Rush. At the cost of 3 bars, you have the ability to cancel your normals into essentially a dash, which allows you to combo after. So what happens here is if I do crouch medium punch into Drive Rush, you can see by my inputs of down punch, and then I'm immediately letting go and then hitting both medium punch and medium kick. This will come out. But this entire time, until this punch connects, I'm at no risk of ever doing this move, and there's a very important reason behind that. Buffering Drive Rush after your medium punch allows you to have multiple options in case of a strike hits or does not hit, which is also known as an option select. There are many kinds of option selects in Street Fighter, but we won't be going over them in this video. One thing I forgot to mention about Drive Rush is that normally the input is done by double tapping forward, but you'll notice my inputs, I'm using both medium punch and medium kick. Street Fighter 6 added this option initially as another way to make the input a little bit easier, because double tapping forward is sometimes a little inconsistent. As you can see, I have performed the drive rush off of this buffer cancel by double tapping forward, but I personally recommend that you learn how to do this off of the parry input using your medium punch and medium kick. One thing to note is, you cannot hold a cardinal direction while doing this, such as down, up, left, or right, or down, forward, and down, back. You must be in a neutral state in order to get this animation to come out. And you're gonna notice that I just did 3 medium punches. How is that possible? Normally if I do a medium punch, this medium punch is never gonna come back in like combo. Drive Rush has a unique property where every move that comes out of a Drive Rush adds +4 to its frame data. And to summarize a long story short, because I mentioned that we were not going to talk about the excessive frame data and the minute details of this game, what this essentially means is that certain moves can now combo, even though they technically shouldn't. This crouching medium punch is normally +5 on hit. With the Drive Rush, it's +9. Because this move only takes 6 frames, you can do 2 in a row after a Drive Rush. This essentially opens the door for a lot of combo structures, and I recommend starting to explore it once you get a little more comfortable with the system. A basic combo could kind of look like this. This is not the best combo, obviously, but this gives you the demonstration of how the drive system works. Eventually, this combo will grow up into something like this. So let's take this concept of buffering and let's apply it to Luke's crouching medium kick, the second button I'd like to talk about. So let's see what buttons can combo after. Standing heavy punch unfortunately doesn't combo here. Crouching light punch does. And most importantly, crouching medium punch connects. This is the most important thing I want to talk about. Every character has buttons that will revolve around a lot of their game plan, and Luke's tends to be crouching medium punch. It's a consistent button with great range, and also, after Drive Rush, will go into essentially every other thing you want, like I mentioned before. Like this. Luke's crouching medium punch is the glue that holds his kit together. Everything connects into it through a Drive Rush. It's a fantastic button that has great priority, great range, and is fast. And the other button I wanted to mention, Standing Heavy Punch, has great range and is special cancelable. So you can use the buffer there as well. But more importantly, it combos into Crouching Medium Punch after a Drive Rush. I hope this gives a little bit of an idea of what I mean of the combo structure in this game. Jabs are also a good way to start combos if you're close off of a Drive Rush. There are other ways to combo in this game as well, such as overdrive moves. Luke's Flash Knuckle is an example of this. But everything starts with one of these buttons. These combos don't have to be flashy or powerful, but as long as they're consistent and the muscle memory starts to develop, that is the important things. Just for fun, I'll show you a couple examples with a character that I play extensively, E Honda. E Honda has, in my opinion, one really good button, which is a Standing Medium Punch. It has great range, it moves him forward, and it is good to combo after. Kinda like this. Same concept as we were showing with Luke before, of hitting a medium punch, drive rushing into the other medium punch. So you could do something as simple as this, and that is acceptable, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this situation will eventually grow up into this. And if we take it a step further, this is what an optimal combo would look like for E Honda in the corner based on that medium punch starter. If there's one thing I'd like you to take away from this section, is to get comfortable of which moves on your character can be special canceled into a Drive Rush. Not all moves are special cancelable, such as E Honda's Standing Medium Kick. E Honda's forward heavy kick, crouching heavy punch, and the end of standing heavy punch. Some moves will have unique properties, and I recommend exploring those a little bit more, as every character has a little bit of a unique flavor to them and makes them their own. I hope this guide was helpful. Let me know in the comments if there's any topics you'd like me to cover in the future. I plan on making more in-depth guides in the future, along with potentially other things such as patch note reviews, character guides, or anything that might cover fighting games as a whole. I also stream Street Fighter and other games on Twitch if you'd like to ask any questions in real time. You can find me over at twitch.tv/ZephyrKoban. Until next time, see you in the next video.